Someday we'll get paid for this.
There's something very ugly unfolding in the federal law enforcement arena concerning the financial companies involved in the Bernie Madoff scam. And JPMorgan, the Treasury Department's enforcement division, and perhaps even a handful of strange deaths are at the center of it. Welcome to Collateral.
There's been a string of bizarre deaths in the globe's financial circles. In the past few weeks, 5 high-profile bankers have died, all from apparent suicides.
Last month, on January 7, 2014, the Justice Department very publicly admonished JPMorgan Bank for its important role facilitating Bernie Madoff's elaborate fraud. Morgan received almost $2 billion in fines in a far-reaching deferred prosecution agreement requiring the bank to turn over all relevant documents it possesses and to secure the testimony of any and all employees in any way related to the bank's participation in the scam. The Justice Department's ire was allegedly stirred by the failure of JPMorgan to issue a single suspicious activity report to the US Treasury Department. During the period of several years, Madoff was making literally thousands of suspicious transactions in accounts that were managed by JPMorgan's predecessor bank, Chase Manhattan. So, one might think the feds really want a full accounting here, right? Well, one would be wrong. Turns out, another bank that was doing business with Madoff back in the 1990s terminated its relationship with him after it discovered him conducting transactions with no legitimate business purposes. That bank then filed a suspicious activities report, as it should have, noting the participation of, among others, Chase Manhattan. So how did that US Treasury investigation into Madoff's suspicious activity come out? Well, no one knows, because apparently there's no record it was ever conducted. Treasury's Crime Enforcement Division claims it has no records pursuant to an FOIA request made for those documents by a website doing strong work on this matter, wallstreetonparade.com. Further, in December 2013, when the Treasury Department's Enforcement Division made an effort to subpoena documents related to Morgan's participation in the fraud, documents that, by the way, JPMorgan desperately wanted to keep hidden, the Justice Department curiously refused to enforce the subpoena, effectively siding with the criminal bank JPMorgan. So what's going on here? Were Madoff and his partner in crime banks being protected then and now, despite occasional outward appearances to the contrary? Or was there an investigation after which the document record was simply lost or shredded or otherwise discarded to protect the guilty? People want to know, not least because this round of bank protection has coincided with the odd deaths of several young JPMorgan employees in the past few weeks. Their names are Gabriel McGee, Ryan Crane, Jason Allen Saleh, and a man working in JPMorgan's Hong Kong division, whose name has variously been reported as Dennis Lee, Lee Junji, Dennis Lee Junji, and Dennis Lee. All the men are in their 30s. McGee had phoned his wife just minutes before he allegedly jumped 30-some stories to his death. And initial reports from British police suggested there were eyewitnesses to his death, his jumping, though they're backing off those claims now. Lee is also reported to have jumped to his death. Crane's death went unreported by the press for 10 days, and the coroner's office for Stamford, Connecticut, where he lived, has not released the cause of death or any of the circumstances surrounding it, nor has the police incident report been made public. And so, around the same time JPMorgan is being put on the hot seat by federal authorities, at least 4 young men, 3 of whom were involved in investment trading, die under seemingly strange circumstances. If and when more relevant information becomes available, we'll be back with the second report.